everyone. This is Laura K. Ellis, bringing you some wisdom that I can't take credit for. It originated with U.S. Anderson, whose most famous book, I think, was The Three Magic Words. And it's all about the magic in your mind. And of course, that's the bulk of my work, is working with the mind, the subconscious mind. So I felt like it was really important today to bring this to you, because so many of us, especially in this day and age, want to just give up when we're given so much adversity. And I don't think any of us, including myself, any of the masters and spiritual masters from all walks of life, individuals are dealing with more stress now than ever. But we can't give up, and we can't give in. So what do we do when fear comes upon us? Here's a quote, or an excerpt, I should say, from Mr. Anderson's book. And it states, "You will not conquer fear by exceeding it, only by meeting it head on. And if you do, your victory is assured, for fear itself is a coward and never stands before a direct onslaught." There's so many references to this in the good book, which I refer to as It Is the Bible. One being when Daniel was thrown into the den of lions. Fear would have attracted those lions to attack him. You could say that in today's world as well. You know, animals are so sensitive. They don't offer resistance. They don't have filters like we do. And so, you know, Cesar Millan, who I'm sure most of you know, the dog whisperer, goes in to teach the humans. Because the animal, if you're showing aggression in the household or fear or any kind of upset, energy is, and the animals react to that, good, bad, or indifferent. So do children. Okay? Fear is a coward. And people need to understand more about it. I really do believe that. So let me move on with a small couple paragraphs here from his book. "Nature deals us her cruelest blows when she desires to make us grow." Isn't that true? Doesn't it seem like things always get awful or unbearable before they get better? But when they do, we're always wiser and stronger, hopefully, most of us, when we come out on the other side, right? So once we see the logic of this, we never again will quit in the face of adversity. When luck is running against you, that is the time to play harder, to cinch up your belt, pluck up your courage, smile, and be unafraid. That's the time to muster that little extra bit of mental alertness right then and there. Just hang in there and fight, no matter how bleak the prospect. And we've all seen it get pretty bleak, I know. No matter how dismal the outlook, stay in there. Stay in the fight. That's actually what they condition the boxers to do, right? The professional boxers. Keep doing your very best, and above all things, be unafraid. Visualize steel up your spine. call upon your inner resources so that they will help you and not yield. They meaning your guides, your counselors in the spirit world. They're there to help you. Nature is watching you, and the secret self is watching you. Burdens and misfortunes are being placed upon your shoulders for a reason. And I'm going to stop there for a moment because I know most of us don't want to hear that. It sounds like a cliche. Oh, everything happens for a reason. Oh, you're going through this because it's a life lesson. Well, yes and no. You know, there are times where we've been conditioned from childhood and we haven't healed from those aspects yet, or those programs, I should say, that were instilled upon us. And so, yes, there are times where it's more than that. It's an individual being in a very profound sense of doubt, self-doubt, and not always because of the outer circumstances that are currently presenting themselves. There's always a direct cause, okay? And for every cause, there's an effect. So I'm going to say it again. Burdens and misfortunes are being placed upon your shoulders for a reason. And if you do not become scared, which is difficult for most people to do, if you don't become scared and if you just plain hang in there and refuse to spook, you are satisfying the innermost purposes of life. And soon or later, you will be handed the keys to the kingdom. Victory. And so, after reading this to you and adding my commentary, I also want to say, you know, many of us that have reached a certain level of actualization, self-actualization, know that we need to let go of what appears to be the outer circumstances. And it can be extremely challenging, I know that. Abraham Hicks, for those of you that don't know who they are, the collective consciousness that is channeled through Esther Hicks, talks about it a lot because it's so important. And they refer to it as an art. And in fact, it is the art of letting go. There are many ways that we can look at this, but it is profound. And I can tell you that, excuse me, from my own experiences. Very challenging, maybe the hardest work you'll ever do. And with a hypnotherapist, such as myself, Dr. Bruce Lipton talks about this, you know, reaching those deep, deep levels of the unconscious mind if, you know, in fact, you've been programmed to these situations where you find yourself floundering and it's not always for growth and development, let's just say. It's also could be the situations continuing to present themselves because you've been programmed by default, of course. Okay? And so with hypnotherapy, we go in, referring to myself as we, for some reason right now, but we go in and reach the theta levels of mind. And most people don't get there on their own. That's just not true. Unless, of course, you're a monk, you know, and you've been sitting on a mountain for 30 years and they have nothing else to do and no distractions. Yes, you could. But other than that, no, very, very difficult. And I don't really care what they say. I know it's not true. So with hypnotherapy, you get there in an easier way, a faster way, and certainly a more graceful way, if in fact that is the problem, that is the challenge, that is the issue, is that you've been programmed to experience these certain situations that are undesired over and over and over again. And let me just say this. If I can help you in any way, I'm certainly willing to have a consultation with you, and I do offer them free of charge via the phone or Skype. And see that, well, I'll answer any questions that you have, of course, as I always do, but just to see if we might be a good fit to work together, because hypnotherapy is accelerated change. And again, graceful change, natural change. So thank you all for listening. That's all for right now. And until the next one, take good care. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel as I continue to grow it and to the best of my timing and ability. Much appreciated. Thank you.